Hey everybody, and welcome to the farm. In just 19 days, all these lovely ladies are going to be having their kids, and we cannot wait. This morning we had a chance to go to our friend's farm and see 5 baby goats who were born to one mother goat last night. And they were all doing amazing, and it was so fun to imagine in just a few days now all those baby goats on our farm, and we absolutely can't wait to share them all with you so soon now. Today, as we sit with the goats and with Ed the barn cat, we call him Uncle Ed really, after a favorite uncle of Chris's, I wanted to tell you about an article that a friend shared with me that I thought was really smart and helped me to name some of the feelings that I've been struggling with this last couple weeks. His name is David Kessler, and he's an expert on grief. And he suggested that what we're actually feeling collectively and on a smaller level in our own families right now is grief. Both grief about the things we've given up in the present, but also an anticipatory grief about what might happen in the future. I think to some degree, all of us have gone through phases that feel a lot like the stages of grief. Maybe at first it was denial. This isn't really happening. It's not such a big deal. And then anger that our lives had been disrupted, and the things that we like to do, we couldn't do any longer. And then maybe bargaining. If I just stay in my house and don't go to the grocery store for 1 week, then maybe this will all be over. To sadness at the things we have to let go of, maybe seeing grandkids or friends or going to school. Eventually, we're all going to get to a place of acceptance. And he suggested that that acceptance comes with greater meaning in how we see the world. So we just have to trust that eventually we'll all get there. But for now, what we're feeling on a small level in our own families and in a world level is this really kind of interesting grief. And in this case, a lot of that grief is anticipatory grief, which causes a lot of anxiety because we're not really sure what's going to happen in the future, but we know it's not great. So those worst case scenarios can really make our mind busy and can control how we're thinking, and it's really hard for any good imagery to wedge its way in. Kessler said one way to combat that anticipatory grief is to try to balance the negative thoughts and premonitions we have about what might happen in the future and what we might lose with things that are positive, things that are around us right now that are okay. And it could be simply the breathing of an animal, the blue sky. It doesn't have to be anything big. You can even just look around your room and name the things that you're seeing. So I thought today I could show you one quick posture that helps with trying to find balance in these crazy times and having a little bit of sense of humor about where we're all at. It's called tree pose. Luna's very interested. And so depending on how much balance you're feeling today, you can just take your foot to your ankle, and that can be enough. You can hold onto a countertop or a chair if that's helpful. If you're feeling like you're up for a little bit more, maybe you bring your foot to your calf. That works also, right? Or if you really want to go for it today and test your balance out, maybe you bring your foot all the way up to your thigh. Goats are experts at balancing. Maybe you've seen them on the edges of cliff. Luna is demonstrating right now on a tree stump. And once you think you have your balance, you can be holding on to something or hands free. Maybe you just let those hands float up above you. There you go. And we're balancing. So maybe this is a trick for dealing with the topsy-turvy nature of life today. Maybe it would release some of that really heavy feeling that we're all experiencing and give you a chance just to feel a little bit lighter. And if you fall out of balance, no sweat, you just try again, wherever's comfortable for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night. Take care.